Greetings and salutations. Happy Friday to you. Well, for most of us. There's one individual that's not too happy. Oh man, I'm building a 66 Nova Prostreet from AMT and I can't get the body down over top of the frame. Well, welcome to my world because I made the same mistake. This kit has three, how would I say it, idiosyncrasies? Not a bad word. Big word, Jake. And I'm going to try to get you up and over top of it, okay? The reason being, if you ever look at a lot of the pictures of these cars in the model world that are built, okay, you'll see the rear fender wells bulging out, the body's a little askewed, and we're going to go with the first thing, okay, which means the rear end is too wide. Now there's an easy way around it, okay? First things first, okay? You got to glue your rear axle pieces together, okay? Sand them smooth, make the mold line go bye-byes, okay? That's first. Once you do that, then what you have to do, yeah, come on, Fumbleina, get it together, will you? This is where it mounts, okay? And it mounts as such, just like that. Now, what you're going to have to do, let me see if I get a pointer, scalpel blade. This right here, you're going to have to mark off, okay? And you're going to have to cut it flush. If you don't, that's going to push this all out. That's why the tires rub on the body, okay? So if you cut this off flush, mark it down, take a razor knife and cut it flush, then that'll pull, it's almost 1/4 of an inch. That'll pull the tire and the backside of the wheel in, and that way it'll give you enough room to slide down over top, okay? It's an easy fix, and God bless you if you use the orange and black glue because you're screwed, blued, and tattooed. However, if you used the semi or the medium viscosity super glue, just snap it off where it's glued together, take it apart, and you can go at it. But I've seen it too often, and I did it the first time that I built one of these. And it drove me past the point of distraction, which doesn't take long at all. But this is what you got to do. Just mark it with a thin marker, and then just cut it off, and that way everything goes in, and that way you can slip the body over. Now, the second point, when the kit is built, okay, a lot of times if you follow the directions, what happens is your rear tire, your front tire, is too far back into the fender well. In other words, it's sitting back in here rather than dead center. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to move the front suspension forward. And you're going to have to be the judge of it because it's going to be one of those educated guesses. But what you're going to have to do is move it in. Because if you don't, it looks odd. And it's not the only kit of this era that AMT put out. It's also the 67 Merc, the 66 Ford. They're all the same. You have to move the front suspension. It's only by maybe anywhere between a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch, but it has to all come forward. Okay? Now, the third stumbling block is with the interior. The rear panel has a tendency to be a little twisted. Okay, so what you have to do, and it also sits back a little bit further than it should, so you're going to have to take it and you're going to have to bend it just a little bit, and this way your side panels fit the way that they're supposed to. Otherwise, when you get it put together, it's all twisted and it doesn't sit properly up. The bucket of the interior does not sit properly up inside the body. So it's an easy fix, and like I said, every kit has its little Torx. This way, we catch this before you even start the kit, and you're in hose.
Okay, back to the first point.
Yes.
Cut it flush with the leaf spring.
Cut it flush
pack.
with the leaf spring.
Okay.
And that way, when you slide the axle and you slide the backing plate with the tire on it,
Right.
it brings it in.
Okay.
And you're copacetic. All right, well, listen. Short and sweet, but to the point. And I hope this helps the young man out. And I hope you used the super glue and not the black and orange tube. But this is the way it goes. One last point about this, okay? This is one of the original releases, okay? You can find them at the model car shows. You can find them online. You can find them through eBay. My suggestion is this is the one you want to go with. You might spend a little bit more on this particular kit because it's quote-unquote vintage, but they're readily available, okay? And this one beats the living hell out of the blue one backwards, forwards, and Sundays. Like I said, if you follow along with what I just suggested, you'll be right where you want to be. The blue one, I'm sorry, there's just too much that has to be done to that, and it's just not, as far as I'm concerned, that's a parts kit because the body has a lot of flash on it, ill-fitting parts because of the flash, etc., etc. So, until the next time, happy Friday to you, and we'll catch you later. This is Don Yost and Jake Yost from Lone Wolf Custom Painting. God bless, have a great week, and we'll catch you next Friday. We're out.